everybody, Tommy G here,
And PJ.
and we're taking an Alaska Air flight up to the Pacific Northwest. Obviously, makes sense. What's 17 minus 6? I guess 11 a.m., 11:30 a.m. flight out of Dallas, heading on up to. We just had this game. Here's the wind stuff. All that. We just had this beautiful 3-game home stretch. It's hard to get the bags packed and have to hit the road after that, but we're taking it with us up to Tacoma.
Yeah, hopefully, like you said, we came home kind of with our tail between our legs. We were kind of limping in, and we hadn't really performed very well in front of the home fans so far this season. But boy, we gave them a treat.
Yeah. Flying out of DFW to the north of Seattle, 1,500 nautical miles, 29,000 feet up. I'm just looking at the back of our seat thing here right now. That's how we're gonna fly out over. You'll be able to see our house again. West Dallas. We're gonna go over Salt Lake. Got business going on there. Yeah, we're gonna be driving soon too, right?
Yeah.
Couple days, get back out there. Nothing like traveling all the time. We come in over Portland, make our way. We should see. We'll see Mount St. Helens.
Oh, cool.
And we'll fly over Tom's Garage or by air too. So as we come in as SeaTac, Seattle, Tacoma.
Why do we do the circle? I assume we're flying over. We got to avoid something, right?
Yeah, it's probably just like a noise abatement, something like that. But all right, you got your seatbelt on?
No, sir.
I got my hands in the air. I'm waiting for a good bounce.
That's it. I ride these like roller coasters. Woo!
Well, we didn't have any.
I got my seatbelt on. What are you, crazy?
Didn't have any other problems on our last Alaska flight, so I guess the front office likes to go with it. Maybe they're cheap. Is that why we're on here?
Well, if that's true, I mean that's fine, man. I've always had nice flights on Alaska. I got no issues with Alaska Airlines.
Not yet.
Outside of the fact that we got to go at 11:34
in the morning.
Is this AM or PM? It must be AM.
AM. Okay. Yeah, you get breakfast, a nice leisurely trip to the.
There you go.
The airport. We're not gone for long, right? I mean, I think it's 2 games. We play the Herbisaurs, and then we fly out to Hawaii.
Ooh.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a long trip.
Yeah, so we'll be gone for a week. And there you can see, was that 30? Is that Highway 30? I don't know. I can see my house out there.
Looks like a dirt road.
Yeah.
You know what the problem is flying from Tacoma to Hawaii?
Nothing to look at.
We don't have any ability to stop at home and get more stuff because that's a much longer flight.
Yeah. Yeah, that's like a 4-hour, 2,000-mile flight over water.
And then when you get to Hawaii, the first thing you have to do is send out all your clothes to get dry cleaned because
and it's expensive out there because it's an island.
Yeah. You just wore everything in Tacoma, so you got nothing fresh.
Yeah. So out there, if you follow that road out on Truck Simulator, there's a repair garage up north of East, just so you know. Have you driven much around through Dallas?
No, I don't think I have. I honestly don't even think I've gotten to Dallas yet.
Well, you drove from Dallas out to...
Oh, I did. That's right. I was on the outside. Yeah, the outskirts of Dallas.
Yeah, so Pete and I are going to do American Truck Simulator here pretty soon.
Yeah.
Just got the license to drive in Nebraska, so I'm going to go back to Colby and head north. But I don't think I've been down into Dallas yet. I think I'm gonna buy a garage in Abilene.
Okay. Yeah, the one in Dallas has already been taken. So.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm excited about that. I haven't driven in American Truck Simulator in a while.
Yeah, well, I did that one. I never finished that run. So, and I have a feeling that when we go back, due to the addition of Nebraska, I think it's going to give you one of those all trips have been canceled kind of thing.
Yeah,
you've been parked somewhere, so I'll have to pick up from where I'm at, which I think is just outside of Las Cruces, New Mexico.
Okay, I like Las Cruces. So anyway, all right. So this last game, as we cut through the clouds here, we had some. Well, here, Noah McLean, man. Our first night game at home. Noah goes 4 for 4 with 3 home runs.
Yeah, he gave the home folks a show.
That was bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, home run derby. What did we get? We ended up getting
5
home runs total. They got 2, 7 home runs in the game. That was sweet.
Yeah.
So now I was looking at our lineup just after the last game, set for this first one, and I mean we got a lot of locked in. We got Murillo's locked in now. Bellamy's locked in. Paul's locked in. McLean is also locked. McLean went from being tense to being locked in. But,
yeah, I believe it. He came out, he was tense, and then he hits 3 home runs. So yeah, it's hard to be tense.
Yeah.
I saw him after the game trying to frown. He was just trying to do one of those numbers, but he just couldn't do it. Couldn't manage it.
But now they also have Swindle Heath is tense. So I mean we could bring in Lancaster to play at Emerald Diamond, right?
Yeah.
And then you got John Contreras at first base. He's also tense. We could sit him and bring in Hector Clements. We haven't seen him in a while.
Yeah.
So that'll effectively pull the tense guys off.
Yeah, we're lucky because we were talking about maybe trying to sit Noah McLean before the last game, and we could have moved Murillo over to shortstop and then brought in Enoch Hugh. He hasn't seen much playing time either.
Yeah.
And he plays second base.
No, and in the, I guess, was Ken Bernal our other catcher?
Yeah, I believe so.
He is. Maybe we take LeBlanc out, switch him for Bernal, and we get someone else to DH. And I forget who we got last time. I think one of our pitchers is actually a pretty good hitter. I don't know if it's more reliable or if it was. I think it was Glover or Beefy.
Yeah, I think it was Fernando Beefy.
Yeah, I mean, heck, if we bring in Beefy, if he's not going to be pitching anyway, we can get him to pinch hit if we want. Yeah, see, look at all those little squares down there, those little patches. Those are all wellheads. Oil rigs. I brought our stats. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 batters hitting in the 400s. Fernando Beefy batted 1,000. So maybe we could potentially have him pinch.
Yeah, you had him do it before, and when we were playing the Crocodons, they got Norm Phenomeno playing first base, and he's the pitcher.
Yeah.
Which just you could have knocked me over with a feather. I'm like, what? Because every time he'd come up, it's like he's got an elite forefinger, and you're like, for a first baseman, why would that be? But,
right.
Yeah. Turns out he's actually a pitcher, but he does not suffer any loss of attributes playing in the infield, so you can stick him at first base and that's fine.
Yeah.
And he's a pretty offensive he's a pretty good offensive player too, so
yeah. And then and also this I mean, look at the stats here. Now Spray Bellamy tied with Noah McLean for home runs, 5 apiece, and then McLean, again, from being tense, 16 RBIs. He's got an 804 slugging. And he's our oldest guy.
Yeah, 40 years old. And I'd love to see where he is on the list of RBIs, on the league leaderboard. I gotta believe he's up there.
Yeah.
It's only what are we, 6 and 5, so it's the 11th game, and he's got 16 RBIs. He's averaging at least 1 a game.
Yeah. But what I'm also seeing here is don't try and steal with Swindle Heath. He's been caught stealing 3 times.
Swindle Heath, I don't think he's very speedy though.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I guess he's speedy enough to tempt us to try it.
Yeah.
You know, it's probably over the halfway mark.
Right.
But unless we're facing a catcher that's got a noodle arm. Or
Yeah. Or you can get, or the pitcher's got, what is it, bad jumps or good jumps? Okay, I don't know which one is better. But
uh
that's what it comes down to is you got to get the jump. You know, you got to get that jump. Otherwise, yeah,
yeah.
you're gonna have a hard time. I almost, I stole, we had a stolen base in the last game, and if you watch that, he's trying to guess when the pitcher's gonna make his move toward home because you know he can't come off of that once he starts making that move, and he took off a little bit early. He could have gotten, he could have gotten thrown out if the pitcher would have held up, you know.
Yeah, yeah.
But it was a good clean steal. He got in plenty of time and got out of the double play. I believe that I think it was Spray Bellamy. And I think he winds up coming around and scoring in that inning. So
Yeah.
it all worked out in the end.
We played we didn't make big dumb mistakes, you know?
No, we've kind of gotten away from that. I think the team is getting, like I say, almost a little bit more cautious, which is better.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah.
But I still wish we had some more speed because, like you say, the steals are few and far between. We hit into a lot of double plays. It takes us out of a lot of scoring opportunities and a lot of rallies that we could kind of, you know.
Right.
We had at one point during the last game here against the Jacks, we had runners at first and second with no outs, but the runners at first and second had absolutely no speed. No speed.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that stinks. We're starting to level up. We got a couple more minutes and we'll get our drinks here. I love the fact that we had a night game, but I was starting to wonder if we were going to have any night games, you know?
Yeah, like you said, it didn't really register with me until you pointed out that was our first night game. So,
well, when
it's a pretty stadium at night.
Yeah, and the city looks nice at night in the background too. I said when you were calling the lineup for the other team, I could see them in the, you know, it shows a little snap of the stadium. I saw the dark, and I wanted to say something, but I didn't want to cut you off, so I waited.
Yeah, because that goes by pretty quick. So I'm trying to get through the whole lineup before it disappears.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that, my friend.
Hey, no problem at all. Nice smooth flight so far. So I also brought the stats here for the Herbisaurs. And I don't know. I mean, it looks like, you know, Morton Stamberg in 319. That's pretty. 2 home runs. So he's got some of their home runs, 7 of their. He's got the most they're at. So they start off with the big gun right off the bat. Stamberg in left field. On base percentage .887. That's pretty good. So we got to be careful of Stanberg. Hamster not doing well. Rojas Rojas doing awful. Brett Manley's not. He's hitting 295. He's doing all right. 2 home runs.
Yeah, 523 slugging percentage.
Yeah.
Scored 5 runs. He's got 23 total bases, 2 doubles, a triple.
Yeah.
Yeah. So he's doing pretty good.
They have some good batting averages on their bench. So it looks like their most dangerous stuff is at the top of their lineup. You know, so it's the first several batters, and then if we get past them, we're okay. But if they bring in bench players to sub, we got to be careful with them as well.
Yeah. Nate Hankey, Chili Little, the other guy coming off the bench, all of them have a home run.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Oh, that's true. And Nate Hankey's got 3 RBIs.
Yeah, I'm just looking at Nate Hankey, 12 hits and 28 at bats. So I'm not sure. Maybe I think he plays a little bit more than. You know what I mean? This might have been, he might have had the night off in this game. Although, Chili Little's had 23, 7 games, 8 games. Ralph Blues only played 5, so I'm wondering if he, you know, like I said, Clark's had 5. So maybe maybe a couple of those are marked as bench players were just benched in the last game. But they might be starters.
Yeah. All right, well, we're going to get our drinks here. We will pick things up in just a moment as we're coming into... We'll pick you up as we're coming to the Pacific Northwest, folks. Alrighty, coming down here. I think we just passed Portland, Pete. We got our spoilers on. We're slowing down. Woo! Or maybe this is Portland up here under the nose.
Can I open this window and spit out?
Yeah. It's gonna just come right back in. I've tried it before. I think that's Mount McKinley off in the background there.
I'll bet. Very cool.
Oh yeah, wait, here we are. So, all right. Oh, so we already passed. It looks like we passed Mount St. Helens.
Oh.
Yeah, because there's Mount St. Helens right there.
Oh, it's behind us.
Yeah, you could see we're up at 29. I guess we didn't turn the cameras on quick enough. But that's definitely McKinley. So that's a 20,000 foot mountain over by here. I'm gonna do some Tom's Garage.
Very cool.
Out here, stopping the old. Pete and I used to have a garage. Well, I used to have a garage in the same grouping there. We had garages next to each other in the same place. Now Pete's also got a garage down in the desert southwest someplace. Yeah, so watch Pete_J for his Car Mechanic Simulator 21 because I love those.
Yeah, me too. I do. I'm digging it, and we're making pretty regular upgrades and stuff. So I've got a story mission that I'm working on. They bring those in, and they're basically just 3 tires and.
Well, just kind of easy.
You know, yeah, a milk crate for a seat. You know, and then you got to put it all back together. So I'm trying to. When I first started it, I just would jump in, you know, jump into the deep end, and I'd run myself practically into the poorhouse. So I'm trying to balance it now. So I'm taking in jobs. I do a little bit on the story mission car, and then I take in jobs to replenish my coffers, and then I go back to it. But they tend to pay a lot. So I'm hoping once I finish this story mission, I'll be able to actually buy the garage expansion. So keep your eyes out. In, episode 14 or 15, somewhere in around there, so we may see a garage expansion.
What is that? What's a garage expansion?
You open up more space. I haven't seen it yet, so I'm not 100% positive, but there are certain upgrades that you can do given the space you have, and then if you want to get more upgrades, you have to increase you got to make your garage bigger. So I don't know what that's going to look like. Like I said, I've gotten the car wash, so they built that out in the back. There's another whole building behind the garage. I don't know if that's the garage expansion, though. I think that's when you start to get into having the dyno and starting to get your high pro cars and your dragsters and stuff. I think that's where you work out of, is that space.
Oh, okay.
So that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited, because I'm not exactly sure what all of this means, you know?
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to doing it just so I can, see what that means. But once I get the garage expansion, I'll be able to get a paint booth. I'll be able to get the brake lathe. I'll be able to, you know what I mean? So all of these things will start to open up, but until I get that expansion, I can't do it.
Yeah. I think this is Olympia, Washington. I'm not sure that we're coming in. I can see the sound off in the distance, and I know we come in where we can see Tacoma pretty well, and you can see that dome, the Tacoma Doma. That you know, when you see on American Truck Simulator, you drive past it on whatever that road is. You see that coming in. It's pretty cool. I've been at Pacific Northwest. I think that's where I was right before we went to Europe. I mean, I made it back to Kansas, but I think it was up here at Tacoma, and then I drove to Kansas. But It's always
I
neat
think so. Yeah.
to get around. It's just, yeah, I love that sim. Let's see, before we come in, what did I have? I also had some of I brought this up. This is their team, and they've got a lot of traits.
Yeah. They do have a lot of traits.
I mean, who's their best? I guess Morton Stamberg's their best, but he's doing the best too. Making 11.
Gem Qualita.
Yeah. We face her too, I think, right?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
Gem Qualita, you got Sal Slinger and Chuck Filthwick.
Yeah.
Those are your A's, but those are, yeah, so most of their A players are pitchers, it looks like, right?
Yeah. Yeah, and she's composed. Got easy jumps though against her. That's good. And then yeah, for Morton Stamberg, he likes the high pitch and he's got a cannon arm. Nate Hankey's a sign stealer, so we got to get that under wraps. But yeah, we'll probably see Chuck Filthwick. He's competitive. Yeah, it'll be interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. And like I said, we got to make sure that we continue to play Rambler style baseball, which, like we had said, has gotten to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah.
And offensively explosive. Again, we are a contact specialist team. I didn't realize we'd be hitting with so much power.
Yeah.
That seems to be a pleasant surprise. But yeah, I mean the way we've been winning lately, the getting guys on base in front of our big hitters hitting long balls and picking up not just one run at a time, but 2 or 3 runs at a time, and then playing, trying to make sure we're playing good, solid defense. I still think we could benefit from some speed. We still need to find a way to get some speed onto this team, whether it's through development or whatnot, but
Yeah.
I think if we could do that and we could start running on teams and stealing bases more consistently, yeah, I think this team becomes a very real contender very quickly.
Yeah, I'm a little concerned about some of the traits that are slipping on a couple of our players for no reason. But and I didn't realize that we're working with Benson. That we just his velocity's down to 11. Now he's the one throwing, right?
Yeah,
In this game tomorrow.
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, and and that I'm going to be honest with you, I did not like Jet Dapper.
Yeah. I mean, he got the win, but yeah.
Yeah. And he did. I mean, he picked up a couple of strikeouts, but in between the like you even mentioned it during the game, if he's not striking the player out, he's throwing long. I mean, he's giving up long balls.
Yeah, yeah.
I just couldn't get him, couldn't get him to put the ball where I wanted it. It was, if it wasn't over the heart of the plate, it was a ball. It just wasn't, what I mean? There was no in between.
Yep. Yeah.
I was either going to walk everybody or I was giving up long balls to everybody. You seem to do pretty well in your half of the innings, but I just couldn't get it. I couldn't get them to do it.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I know there was every other. I felt bad for you. It was every other inning.
Yeah, it was.
And you were awful quiet.
Yeah, I was pretty mad. Could have cooked an egg on my forehead.
I figure Emerald Diamond is probably like center middle down there is where it would be, like across from those ports. Right in. I don't know if you can see I guess you can't really see my pointer, but anyway. That's where I figured it is. Oh, there's some other airplanes flying around. I think we're a little high for our approach. Oh, we're bailing out. Get your heavy parachute. Looks like we got 13 minutes left in the flight. So, yeah. So you said, oh yeah, there's the airport. We're supposed to be landing there. I mean, I know we loop back around.
Yeah.
But
Well, this is that semicircle thing where we have to, we were talking about. I'm like, I didn't understand it.
It's got to be like a noise abatement or something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're
But
still.
it's some kind of weird jog though, right before the airport. You're like, well, that seems kind of tight on the airport.
Yeah, right. I hear we're making a bank.
Whee!
Yeah, now we
Just
do
let
like
me out here.
Yeah, like a full 180, right? We end up.
Yeah, we're gonna turn. We're doing a hard right, and then we're gonna go up a little bit, and then we got to turn back left to come back to the airport.
Yeah.
It's like I say, it's this weird. We have to avoid this area for some reason.
Oh, so I was watching what was I watching today? Yeah, there's Tacoma off the wingtip up there. And I think the town mostly is in the upper right-hand corner of the screen right now.
Okay.
That's like where I think the main like downtown is. So the tip of the wing is about to hit it right. Well, it's off to the right of the tip of the wing, but down that way. Maybe
now we're going. Yeah, now we're going left.
Yeah, but I was watching your thing, and you were talking about the anything can happen Wednesdays. Did you?
Yeah. I have not started it yet. I'm still trying to get things in gear here. I mean, again, I keep hoping, but one of these days, what's going to happen is I'm just going to do it, and it's going to be, ugly as all get out. But I got to just, I got to break the seal because I keep trying to set things up, and I don't get enough time to do that. And then the next thing you know, it's like Wednesday morning or something, and you're like, and you're like, I'm not going to try and throw this together.
Yeah. And you'll learn from the first one. Will be sort of like you said, a test.
But I am, because I have a ton of games that I want to play, but I also have a ton of games that I'm already playing that I want to play. Like I was talking about, I'm very excited about Car Mechanic Simulator 2021. I just released another Call of the Wild, the Angler, which I love that game. And I haven't played it for a really long time, and there's been some changes and updates, so I'm excited about it. There's a new map, which isn't really that new. I say it's new because I literally just opened it for the first time yesterday.
South Africa?
South Africa, but I think it's been out for a while now, so I'm late to the party, but I didn't really get it. I think it came out last year, but with everything that I was going through, I didn't get a chance to play it, so I'm excited about it. I like doing the missions. I can't wait to get out and start doing it. I caught some fish out there. The Terpers.
There's our airport. So I'm pretty sure we're going around.
Yeah. So canary fish, a couple canary fish, which are really pretty. And me and Tom were talking about it. There has been another update on that. So Call of the Wild, Hunter Call of the Wild, I want to do some of that as well. You and I get out there during the season, kind of blow off some steam and have some fun, do some outdoor stuff. So so I got stuff that I want to get back to playing, but then I have all this great stuff that I haven't even started playing yet. So I thought that would be the best way to do it.
What the heck is going on?
I think we're crashing.
No, I just mean with my performance here. I'm getting this coding overloaded thing, and sorry about this, folks. I don't know what's I guess it's just past midnight, so my computer's doing something. This is not good. I don't have multiple videos playing. Well, hopefully it irons itself out here pretty quick. Anyway, I'll keep talking.
I refuse to talk to you. Get this fixed up.
I want to see Night Call.
Oh yeah, I started playing that a little bit, and I didn't get it.
Oh.
So you and I may have to. I may need help.
Play it together. Where
it's a plane below
cerebral.
us.
Yeah, I know. It looks like they're going around too. Well, I've got that. What?
I don't know. I mean, again, I just started playing it. I didn't get very far on it, but it was kind of open. It almost seemed like it was too open worldy. Like, you know, you're looking for clues and it's just some guy in the cab, you know?
Yeah,
You're like, okay. So it seemed like maybe it was a little too big.
Okay.
But I definitely would like to go back and I'd have to restart, obviously, because I've forgotten where I was. But
Yeah.
yeah, and I did, yeah, and then like I say, there was didn't seem like there was a whole lot of like you know, typically when you go through, they give you like okay, do this for, you know, and that will do that, and it didn't seem like there were a whole lot of instructions.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like, well, here you go. It's just like a real mystery. You just walked into it, you know, figure it out. You're like, well, that's a little difficult. I don't, you know.
Man, I wish I knew what was going on here. I've only got two things going. It's like Discord, and I'm playing this video. That's it. I don't understand.
Yeah.
I apologize for the performance. It must be that my computer's doing something. I hate that. It's supposed to give priority to whatever I'm actually doing now, not whatever it thinks it should do at midnight.
Right.
But hey, folks, I'm looking to get a new computer later this year, and you won't see any of this stutter stuff because this is embarrassing. Anyway, yeah, because I know the source video is not like this.
Yeah.
But anyway, it's hard for me to focus when I'm dealing with this crap, and here it goes stuttering some more. Okay, I'll keep talking. So, yeah, I've got that one that oh, what is it? It's the murder mystery one.
The 8-bit one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is that called?
I can't remember.
Oh, Shadow of Doubt. Shadows of Doubt.
There you go. Shadow of Doubt.
Yeah, that's had some upgrades as well too. It's pretty detailed, and there's a lot you could do, and it's really open-ended. You know, and you end up you know, looking down this lead, looking this person up, stuff like that. So I find that, yeah, I love the idea of being good at that stuff, even though I recognize I'm really not. So, like, I'm trying to pay attention. And then you get like 4 or 5 layers in, like, wait, why are they talking about this person like I know who they are? You know? And I'm like, oh, it's because I'm supposed to. I've actually talked to this person. I didn't remember they existed. You know? What do you know? It looks like we're coming in behind this other guy here. I am going to be curious when I turn this off to find out what the heck my computer was doing. So frustrating. All right, the flaps coming down, gear coming down. We're second in line.
There's another game. It's called Police Stories. I don't know if you've seen that one.
No.
It's kind of a throwback to the old kind of like home games.
Okay.
But you can play it online co-op. And I will put the link on the Discord so you can check it out.
Well, I know oh, I'm sorry, go ahead.
I was just gonna say, you know, a precursory look, and it kind of looked interesting. It kind of looks kind of a throwback. Graphically, it's not, you know, it's a little bit better than maybe 16-bit, not 8-bit.
Okay.
And it's typically you're shot from above, so you and your partner, your cops, and you got to go around and solve these crimes and go through and you know, all this stuff. And it's on sale right now on Steam for $3.99.
Oh, cool.
Yeah,
cool.
I saw it and I'm like, you know, that might be cool. I don't know how many players it can hold. I don't know if it would be a viable option for like the gamer guys on a Friday, but
right. We still have that.
At least there's 2.
That West Hunt we haven't tried.
Yeah, we haven't even cracked the spine on that one.
Yeah.
That's the whole other thing too. And the Frost Adventure, we haven't done that on For the King. I'm kind of cheesed that we died in the last.
Yeah.
We were doing so good, and then it just seemed compared to our first campaign, it just seems so short. That's why I
Yeah.
didn't believe that was going to be the end. I thought,
Right.
you
Right.
know,
I also like Police Simulator. I might end up getting. I know you can do that one multiplayer, but that one looks really cool. And then obviously, June 28th, I'm getting Outbreak when that comes out.
yeah,
It's, and like I said, we should do before that. We should do
Storm Chasers.
yeah, Storm Chasers, and then do that. And then we could just highlight some of the differences. And I think they're good. It looks to me like, um, Storm Chasers does a great job. It's a smaller scale, so
Yeah,
it generates storms pretty quickly, and you kind of run from one end of the map to the other, and you can get there rather
pretty
quickly.
Yeah,
Whereas this other one looks like the map's bigger, so the storms will probably generate slower.
right.
And you may have to spend more time, like, really trying to pinpoint where this one storm is picking up steam.
Right, and whether or not you want to chase it all the way into the far, southeast, because then you've pretty much omitted yourself from being able to get to the northwest very
Yeah.
quickly.
And I don't know enough about it either to know, like, are there situations where a tornado doesn't spawn, or there's
Yeah.
just one or two, and like you said, you may do a session where you miss them,
Right.
which I kind of
Yeah.
like that. I mean, they can make that scalable. Some people are just like they need instant gratification. They got to have, and it'd be neat if there's a setting where you could turn that up or down. Because
Yeah.
I'd like it where I turn it down a little bit, where it'd be like, okay, you don't know, you're not going to go out and get
Right.
the best shots every time. You got to work for it a little bit, and sometimes it's just the thrill of the hunt. You know what I'm saying? So
I have no idea what you're talking about.
the stutter stop. Now that we're on the ground,
Yeah.
and I don't know
good.
why. I apologize for that crap again.
I was afraid we were going to drop out of the air.
So glad it didn't happen during our baseball game.
Yeah.
But I have to remember. I have to set. I got to check my schedules and see what the heck is turning itself on at midnight. Because I always forget until it happens. All right, so we'll get the hotel. We'll spend the night. It'll be good. We'll get to the park tomorrow. Hopefully, beat those Herbisaurs. This is the only time we play them twice. They're in our conference, right? So we play them twice this year.
I'm not sure. I don't have my conference sheet in front of me.
Yeah. Did I have?
Yeah, I was going to say, do you have a screen grab of it?
I don't. No, not handy. I think they're in our conference. I think we play them. I think we play them once back in Dallas and once here. So there you go. All right, folks. Well, yeah, we will catch you at Emerald Diamond in a couple days, and hopefully win that one. So this is Tommy G.
And this is Pete J. And we're saying, oh, so long. We're not.
Okay, bye.
I'm acting like this.